All right, we're back with David News Now Houston and me, PNP News. And you
We're
can
going to do this video cold. I have not seen this video, so we're going to I'm going to be working blind. So let's see what happens in my favorite place, El Paso.
Right.
We know how Steve loves the El Paso Police Department. Wonder if we'll see any familiar faces.
Yeah, no, I don't think so in this one. But this is basically on what not to do. If you are not prepared and you've just been watching our videos and you end up in a situation and think you're going to step up to the plate, well, you better be prepared because it ain't going to work for you very well.
Well, now I've been to several of the El Paso Police Department's locations. This one does not look familiar to me. I don't think I've been to this one, or maybe I've been on the other side. This might be that one that's in the shopping mall. By the municipal court building. I'm not sure.
And on the original video, and I'll put it up there later. I don't remember what channel it is right now. Well, shoot, I'll just do this real quick.
Yeah.
It's Bam Savage TV.
And I've not heard of him. I'll have to go and look and see.
No, he's not an auditor. He's got other stuff. I'm not going to tell anybody to go subscribe to him. This is the only video he's got, and he's not an auditor. And I don't think he's gonna. If he's gonna do any more, he better do some more studying and I don't want to be cruel, but he's gonna have to grow some if he's gonna keep doing this.
Okay. All right. Where are you at? You're at
03.
03.
You have an ID, sir?
No.
No? No ID at all?
No. Have I committed a crime?
No, just you're on our property, so I'm just trying to see what's going on.
Isn't this public?
No,
right away?
You're towards our location, so.
No, I've been staying on the easement the whole time.
You're shaking, you're twitching.
Good.
Officer Gonzalez, El Paso Police.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm Angel.
Do you mind if I pat you down real quick, bro?
I'm unarmed, but you can go ahead and pat me.
Thanks. Just put your hands on top of your head, please. All right. No knives, nothing like that.
No, nothing.
Right? Okay.
I'm not.
Here we
I'm
go
unarmed.
again with the pat.
Just taking pictures. That's it, cause I'm just touring over here.
You're touring? Where are you from?
From Dallas.
Dallas. Okay. Yeah. Do you know why we're here with you, sir?
No.
Do you mind if I search your pockets?
I don't mind.
What's this in your pocket?
AirPods.
Pause that right there.
All right.
All right, right off the bat. Okay, now I don't have an issue with him consenting to a quick pat down. All right, especially in El Paso. Those cops out there are paranoid as can be, and it'd be real easy to get shot out there. But it's that way along the border everywhere. But
they should be paranoid just because of the way they act in the first place. They earned it.
Exactly. But consenting to her to go into your pocket, now she's gone from a Terry frisk, okay, to a search of his pocket. And no, never, ever, ever consent to a search. They may do it anyway, but you never consent to a search. Ever.
All right, sir. Yeah,
Ever.
You know what? We got a call about you taking pictures of our station. It's always just worrisome that we don't see that all the time, but it's understandable if you're not from here. Yeah. So what are you doing here in El Paso?
Just visiting my brother.
Okay. He lives here?
Yeah.
Do you have an ID, sir, by any chance?
I don't have an ID.
No?
I'm only 16.
Oh, you're just 16.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm 16.
Yeah, you look older. Maybe
I know,
it's the
because
facial
of my
hair.
beard, yeah.
What's your first name?
I'm gonna just give you Angel, that's it.
Angel. You don't have a last name, Angel?
That's all I'm gonna give. That's all.
Why?
I mean, Angel's good enough. I mean, I haven't committed a crime.
No, but right now you're being stopped for an investigation, sir.
What have I committed a crime?
No, but we
Am I being
we
detained,
were
though?
dispatched. subject
There we
did
go.
not
An
choose
admission
your
to no crime.
decision. Okay.
But am I being detained?
For right now, yes, for investigatory purposes.
But I haven't committed a
If
crime,
you
right?
don't ID yourself, it's just gonna make it harder on you. Okay. You can get charged for failure to ID, and that's a charge.
But you said I'm not being detained.
Stop. It, again, they admit there's no crime. They admit they have no RAS. And these idiots will sit there and threaten and try to scare the shit out of you. All right?
Because
And
it works. It works. The average person has never been in handcuffs, has never been in a confrontation with an armed policeman that can kill you and get away with it. And so they're scared. And they rely on that fear to get their way. And that's part of what's problem. That's part of what's creating the divide between law enforcement and the communities today.
And I think that's what happened with this kid. He wasn't prepared, probably never had to deal with it, and he thought, this is going to be easy. But when confronted with our hired killers,
you've been there. You get nervous, you get scared, you get adrenaline starts.
I still get the adrenaline when I see him walking up to me.
I do too. Anytime you see one of my videos where my hand is shaking,
you're
a little
shaking.
bit,
I mean,
that's
hundreds of videos into
not,
it. That's right.
That's not me being afraid. Okay, that's my body dumping adrenaline. Okay, because I don't know what they're fixing to do.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think in a way
me,
you could say it's afraid because your mind is saying this could be dangerous. Start the adrenaline because you might have to fight or you might have to flight.
Yep.
And
ready?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You're detained right now.
But have I committed a crime?
No, not yet. I mean, if you fail to ID, then that's something you can get charged.
But if I haven't committed a crime, then
why are you hiding your name?
Because I respect my privacy. Like, why would I just,
No,
you understand me, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm just trying to respect my privacy
Just
because.
relax, Angel. All right.
Yeah.
You're not in any trouble right now. We just want to make sure that you're not some person that's meaning
No,
to
I
do harm
have
to
no
us.
I have no ill will intent. I'm just out
And
here.
I believe you, okay? But I can't leave until I do my job and make sure that that's not right.
Post it.
Where does your brother live?
Right over there, in the field.
I'm sorry?
Right in the field.
Your brother lives in the field?
No, he's just. My brother's over there. You asked where I live?
No, I said where does your brother live? So you say you're visiting him here, right? He lives here?
Yeah.
Where exactly?
None of your business.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, is
Give
it
out
east
that
side, west side? Do you know what?
West side.
In the west side. Okay. So your brother has his kids here playing ball?
Yeah.
Would you want
I
to make sure?
I haven't committed a crime. Haven't done anything wrong. I have no ill will intent. I'm just here taking pictures from the public right away.
But you're not being accused of a crime, sir. Seeing things and taking pictures
Wait,
is not
so-
a crime.
Exactly.
Okay.
So is it like suspicious?
It's very suspicious. That's all.
But suspicious is not a crime.
I'm not detaining you for.
Not detaining you for a crime, but you are detained. You're being detained right now because we're talking to you.
Yeah. And we want our butts kissed. We want our egos massaged. And we're going to threaten the shit out of you. Any organization, anything that teaches you to lie, to intimidate, to scare people, that investigates itself, that has endless amounts of money, is by definition corrupt. And people will defend these idiots. Now, are there some good cops out there? I have met a couple that I think are good by the reaction I got from them in my interaction with them. But that doesn't mean that the next stop they get on, if somebody didn't kiss butt or somebody said the wrong thing or whatever, that they didn't turn around and be jerks themselves.
Well, and how do you prevent that? By having consequences.
Exactly.
If there's no consequences, then they have no incentive to behave.
They need to be held legally, lawfully, to a higher standard.
If I knew I could speed down the road without getting a ticket, I wouldn't drive the speed limit.
Right.
I drive the speed limit because I don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Consequences.
And depending on how fast you go, you might be in jail. It's either going to be money or jail.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen to me in Florida. Did I tell you the Corvette story?
No, I don't remember it. I
Oh,
think you
okay.
told me.
I'll interject it real quick because it's a quick a story.
All right.
So I got close to the Florida state line in that Corvette that I had,
Yeah.
and I thought this would be a good place to just open it up and see what it do. Because I'm close to the state line, there's no way there's any cops out here. And so I ran it up, and about time I hit 135, I looked at the other side of the highway, and there goes a state trooper. And I see him in the rear view mirror spinning around. I'm like, ah. So do I run for that state line, or do I go ahead and pull over? Well, being the law-abiding citizen I am, I went ahead and pulled over. Took him almost 2 minutes to catch up with me. But he was nice. He was, he's like, got a driver's license. He checked everything, and he brought it back, and he let me off with a verbal warning. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that. He goes, look, this is Florida. It's the playground's the rich. He said, you're not even close to the fastest car I've caught out here. And I'm like, really? I said, how fast was I going? He said, I got you at 129. And I'm like, man, I got speedometer error. And he goes, really? That much? And I go, well, my speedometer said 135. And he laughed. He thought it was funny. And he said, look, 20 over is arrestable, and your car would be confiscated. I'm like, oh. He let me off with a verbal warning. That was a Florida state trooper. So, I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
All right, that's my story. Let's get back to business.
All right.
You're
Here
not
we
even
go.
being
What-
charged
But you said
right
I
now.
was,
We're just talking to you
but I'm being detained. You said.
You are being detained right now
Because
we need
we're
to find out
talking.
what's going on.
But I already told you. I'm just taking pictures.
And that's what we're trying to figure out,
But I already told you. I'm just
Look, as
taking
soon as
pictures.
you tell us your name, we'll be out of here and gone.
I
That's
just said I'm
as
Angel.
simple as that. What's your full name?
I'm just gonna give out Angel.
Stop it. Do not believe when you give them your name and number that they're going to be out of here and gone. They're not. They're lying. All right, I'm gonna.
And they know that he's scared.
Yeah.
You can see him shaking. They know he's scared.
Yeah, and they're gonna take advantage of it.
I know you're young. You're probably nervous right now, okay? But failure to ID is something you can get in trouble for.
I know, but
Okay.
I haven't committed a crime.
And I'm not telling you did. Relax.
It's just a suspicious activity. You said.
Exactly. Okay.
But that's not a
Look,
crime.
even if we get dispatched for an old
Unlawful,
lady crossing the
but-
street, listen to me. We have to find an ID on her, and we have to know her name, because I need to know who I was speaking to that day. Okay? Just in case later on I found you dead on the street and say, you know what? I know this guy. This is Angel so and so.
But
Right?
unlawful activities.
No, I'm just
like,
saying.
Not suspicious.
I'm asking you for your name because of our investigation purposes.
Let's go.
Okay?
Come on, lock me
You're
up.
willing
Let's
to
go.
Give us that information. You're not being cooperative.
I'm cooperating with
So
you
then
with
what is your last name?
with what I'm obligated to give you.
Okay, let's try again. What's your last name?
I'm just gonna say I'm Angel. That's it. Angel.
You really want to get charged for something stupid when you're not doing anything?
Ortiz. Just put Ortiz. That's my last name.
It is your last name, or
Yes, it's
you're
my
just
last
giving me
name.
some last name?
It's my last name.
Yeah,
Okay.
charge me. I need some college money.
I wouldn't lie to you guys.
All right. Well, that's good to know. What is your date of birth, Mr. Angel?
12/18/02.
So you're just here for 4th of July celebrations?
Yeah.
And you're from Dallas?
Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
Not yet. You don't have any warrants, something like that, right?
No. I'm only 16.
Okay. Well, I don't know that until I confirm it. You don't have an ID. Okay. I don't know when you were born.
See, they're not done, even though he gave them the number.
So this guy must watch my
Lawful
channel.
activities,
He's
not
saying a lot of the
suspicious.
right things. He's on the
Yeah.
right track.
You
He's
probably
just
just could
scared.
have sent my name to the Fusion Center and generate a report.
Now they're running him.
Yep.
You know about the Fusion Center and everything?
It wasn't so I could identify you in case something happened to you. It was so I could bust your ass if I can.
Angel, there's no report right now. As soon as you find out that this is your name, you're not lying
But
to
what is
us,
but what is my
you're
name?
not doing
What is my
anything.
name gonna prove? Like nothing. It's just gonna give you my name.
Look, let me give it to you very simple, okay? My job is to go to every call I get dispatched to and make sure nothing's going on, and then I can go take
But
off to another
this is
one.
not a stop and ID state. You know what I mean? Like you don't just ID for a suspicious activity when you know.
You need to investigate more. So. Yeah. If you
They're
believe that,
investigating
you're-
nothing.
You're on the wrong right there.
No.
I mean,
That male cop on the left looked familiar. I think I may have encountered him before out there in El Paso.
All right, you too.
He does.
3802 has nothing to do with suspicious activity. There is a section in the government code. I'd have to go and pull it up. I haven't looked at it in quite a while. That defines suspicious activity, and it does permit Texas peace officers to briefly detain you for suspicious activity and investigated. It's an investigative detention, is what it is. But those El Paso cops, they are so full of it.
So does that negate RAS?
No.
So I mean, it still comes down to they admitted there's no crime.
Yeah.
So there is no RAS. So they still fucked up. I'm gonna have to.
I love it when
delete
they walk up and tell you, you haven't committed any crime. We just need to ID you. But you haven't broken the law. We just want to ID you.
Yeah.
ID is like crack cocaine to these people.
Yeah.
I swear.
And this kid.
He it's probably the first time he's ever been in that situation.
Yeah, he just didn't know what he was getting into, and he gave
Yeah.
in. But it
Yeah.
sounds like also he might be from out of town. Because
I'm
he said
wondering-
he's visiting his brother.
He obviously watches auditors.
Yeah,
And he just needs to watch them a little more closely. Texas auditors, because he's quoting 3802 and stuff.
right.
He needs to relax, think straight, keep it simple. Okay, because when that adrenaline starts flowing, when you're scared, you tend
When
to
you're-
run off at the mouth.
Exactly.
and
When you're new and you are not used to being in stressful situations, shut up. Keep your mouth
best
shut.
thing you can do is you need. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Yeah.
If I'm being detained, I don't wish to answer any questions.
And
That's it.
the comments on his channel were really bad. They just jumped all over him. And I don't like it when I see somebody giving in, but that won't mean I won't give in sometime, especially if I'm out of town and I don't have anybody to get me out of jail.
Well, and not only that, I mean, the dude's scared.
Yeah.
Rather than take a chance on an arrest, it's like I always tell people, better to live to fight another day. Keep yourself out of the cage. If that means you ID, then you ID.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
And I probably, if and when I get to the point where I'm going to be out of town very far, like I came with you to the jail, to the prison.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really worried about that because I didn't feel like there was going to be something there I had to worry about getting thrown in jail for. I was basically there just for backup. And we had already agreed if anything happened, I was going to ID so we could get you guys out of jail, whatever, take care of business. But if I go out of town and I'm going to be to the point where it's going to put a big strain on me to be able to get back and forth to court, or I don't have anybody, that I would ID. So I'm probably just going to avoid that completely. And the only time I'll be out of town and doing an audit is when I know I've got the money, I know somebody's there to get me out, and I've already decided that I will do that, spend that time to travel back and forth. Because
There's a time and a place. I will take an arrest when I know I am 1,000% in the right.
yeah, and
Other
look,
than that, I'm trying to avoid it.
and for a fact you got to travel to El Paso, let's say. All right, that's a long ways. I mean, some places that's 2 or 3 states. All right, away.
From Houston to El Paso is 900 miles.
Right.
900
And
miles.
when you get there, they're going to say, well, we're not going to do anything
Reset.
today. All right.
Reset. Yeah.
Especially, and they know you got to travel that far. They're going to, and it's just retaliation anyway, so they know probably that it's going to get dropped, thrown out, whatever. So they're just going to do it. They've done it to James, Bio, how many people? Or Bao, not Bio. But anyway, I'm having a hard time with some words today. Des Moines, whatever it was. Okay, so anyway, guys, if you go to his channel, try not to be butt heads. I mean, like I said, he's young. It looks like he's from out of town. He's not used to this.
He did something that a lot of people won't do. He tried.
Yeah, exactly. He
He
tried.
made an effort. He made an effort. He stood up. He tried.
And I know some of the auditors. I know one very famous auditor that his first time, he couldn't even get out of the car. He just blew it off and left. All right. My
It was
first,
not me.
yeah, I know it wasn't you, but it was somebody not too far from here, and in Texas. Let's put it that way. All right.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
My first one, you saw me at my first one at Randolph. I was shaking, I was nervous, and I finally got to the point that I decided I didn't have any gum with me. I didn't think about gum. I didn't think about water. I really didn't know I was going to have that much adrenaline pumping, but I said what I said. I was pretty much, didn't say much at all. Just told him, your quest denied, that kind of stuff. And
Well,
when,
in I always carry. You've seen it. I carry the little things of Tic Tacs or something, some kind of candy, and I keep a drink in the car. Sometimes I'll carry a drink in my vest with me. Depends on the situation, but for sure there's going to be something, sweet tea or green tea or something in the vehicle. Because
maybe I should carry this with me. It's water.
I know what it is.
One of these days I'm going to get out there. I've had that for 2 years now, maybe 3. I'm going to get out there and do some of that one of these days. But anyway, try to be gentle with this guy. I don't know if he's going to do any more. This would be his first video on this. The rest is a bunch of other stuff that nobody's going to be, or very few of y'all will be interested. So I'm not going to suggest you subscribe to him. I'm not going to suggest you don't subscribe to him. Whatever you want to do. This was really more, this is what you could happen to you if you're not prepared and be ready for something you're not ready for. I mean, I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
Keep it simple. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Yeah.
I don't wish to answer any questions.
Yeah. And if you know what the law is and you're ready to be arrested, then here you go. Challenge them on it, call their bluff. And then if it's not a bluff, well, you get ready to get some money out of it.
Or make sure you're in the right. Know the law.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Know that you're right.
Know that's a public sidewalk you're standing on, and know that you can be where you are.
Yeah. It's not just thinking this is a public sidewalk because it's paved, near a park or something. It doesn't mean that that's public. It could be the neighborhood next door. It owns, a private neighborhood or whatever. There's all kinds of things. Make sure you know what you're doing. If you can,
I'm actually going to do a video about how to look at GIS surveys and stuff.
Yeah, I think I heard you say something about you were going to do that. So
yeah, it'll be coming pretty quick.
All right, so guys, I think that's it for today. And PNP News with News Now Houston. Roll. And we are out of here. Thanks for stopping by.